I don't want to show my face to the world.
ठीक है, again.
Old school fan.
Österreich, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 1 million, 2 million, 10 million. Come on. Welcome everyone to the Deadly Chicane. This is the F1 rear review, and in the house we have PK and GN. I don't know why I'm pointing this and this because screen में पता नहीं किधर तुम दोनों रहोगे. And we are going to discuss the 2021 Austrian Grand Prix, the Österreich Grand Prix as the Germans and Austrians call it. Oh, McLaren or Max, कौन सा? Gautam?
Hey, this is Budweiser.
But
This is 80s ka sponsor. I am old school fan. Na?
What did you guys think of the race? Gautam, sorry, PK, go ahead first and tell us about it. We'll listen.
what did I think of the race? So first of all, पहले तो लैंडो के साथ बहुत गलत हुआ. You know, that was the highlight of the scene. They shouldn't have been giving the penalty, 5-second penalty. Come on. Sergio was on the fucking outside. He had the inside line. He should have braked. Simple as that. Should have braked, and then he could have avoided the damage on his car. But I guess whatever. So I don't know why I want to suck the very team takes, but anyway, whatever. that goes without saying. What else? So the battle between Russell and Alonso was quite interesting, but Alonso prevailed because of his more experience, a lot of experience on his side. So he was able to I think the reason behind Russell falling behind was his tires, right? Alonso had better tires on
And DRS.
later. And DRS too, yes. And that was a very clever use of DRS by Alonso. That is the part where it showed that Alonso has more experience than Russell, but it felt bad, man. Russell going out, it could have been first. Since 2019, they haven't gotten any points yet. So this could have been one time that he could have gotten points first.
Germany 2019. What did you think of the race, Gautam? Any highlights which you would like to specify? Like as the stewards.
Yeah. I think the race was really interesting. If you're not looking at the leader, and if you're looking at down the grid, the rest of the drivers, some of the drivers did a really nice show. They put up a really great show, actually. I think Ferrari put up a good overtaking Ricciardo in the second last lap. Also, I think, again, George Russell was absolutely brilliant while defending from Alonso. He knew exactly where he should put the car at the turns so that he makes it difficult for Alonso to overtake. And I think Norris was exceptionally brilliant. Even Hamilton initially, I think in lap 2 or 3, he said that it's really hard to follow the McLaren. And then once he had overtook him, then he mentioned that it was a great drive from Lando. Yeah. Also about Bottas, he said he had mentioned something about we'll go with plan A. So I think plan A worked for them, Mercedes and Bottas finally. Yeah, it's good to see something working out for Bottas finally.
Yeah,
Bottas drove well.
What did you think about Ocon's mishap into turn 3? His wheel turning in, like his career ever since he has gotten the contract, even the commentator said it has gotten from bad to worse ever since he has gotten the new contract. Qualifying, race.
I think Ocon has always been sort of a slow driver for me. Like even while qualifying and even in practice, I see that he's not very aware like the other drivers are. So I think all the 3 cars were going together. They approached the curve together. They turned in together, and then at the exit is where the incident happened. So I think if Ocon would have held his nerve for another half a second or something, maybe 2/10 of a second, then that incident could have been avoided.
He a pussycat.
Uh,
I don't know. I
Ocon
mean,
be
with
a
the gap
pussycat.
that is between Alonso and him, it's really glaring. I think that is much more glaring than the gap between Norris and Ricardo.
But his experience showed in this race. Like Ricardo used his experience very well. I loved watching him.
Finally, Danny boy.
I loved watching him play chicken with Leclerc. It was fun. It was literally the way he was trying to block Leclerc the whole time. It was so goddamn funny. But I guess it's a young man's game today.
I was watching the post-race show, so Sam Collins, I love his analysis. He said that Sainz was on a better strategy because he went on the hards, then he went on the mediums, which was a faster compound, and he had lesser fuel load. So he naturally had more pace. So he passed Ricardo on the last lap. He got that P5 because I think he was within 10 seconds, because that's what he said, कि ये P5 मेरे को P5 आया बड़ा खुश हो रहा था. Interesting thing he said कि the hard tire was more resistant because of the weight at the beginning of the race, because you have 100 kilos of fuel load and the hard tire is more resistant to that weight. So even if he dropped back at the later part of the race, he would be even faster because of the faster tire, and not a lot of people caught that.
So now Max did a very interesting thing. He went on mediums, got back on hard, and then the second pit ke baad he also got hard, which really shows that by the end of the race he was having more and more confidence about the complete track, and he knew where to he knew how to manage hard, because hard tires are more difficult to control on the corners, right? It gives less grip. So, to have that level of confidence that even though I have 10 laps to go and I'm still going on hard, it shows the level of confidence that Max has right now, at least on the Austrian GP wala track. He's really confident on that track now. He can cross Alain Prost's record next year probably.
Yeah, I was saying that I think Max was confident with the hard tires because he knew that Bottas was following him. So I think he does this.
Oh, come on. You can't even compliment someone without insulting Bottas. Hamilton having more than 20 seconds gap between him and the leader is really concerning now. Why even though he had more practice and more time on the sim, and he knew the lay of the track, because this is the second time they're racing on the same track, consecutive weekends mein. But still, what is happening? Is he losing faith, or Mercedes is giving up on him? What is happening exactly? Why is this happening? Any idea on that?
That is a point of concern.
I think Victor has something to say. I think his opinions are, he wants to Hamilton has lost it.
Hey, I think the battle between Alonso and Russell gave me flashbacks of the Emilia-Romagna GP at Imola. It was something like this was happening between Norris and Lewis.
Okay, time to bitch about the stewards.
Oh man.
Even thinking about it gives us bad taste.
Stewards for the win. Stewards आज मैं penalties बांटेगा.
I think the penalties that were coming in for that turn 5 incident, after that, I think we should call it turn 4 exit incident.
Yeah.
They were stupid, all of them, because all of them were racing incidents. If you're not pushing away the car that is trying to overtake you, then how are you supposed to race?
Even all the team principals, the drivers, even the fans, they were like, seriously? That's racing. That's like turn one. Everybody's crowded. Like I saw Bill Buxton put out section this, para this, para this. It says in the racing guidelines. I'm like, come on, man! You can't have so many strict guidelines about you can't crowd and you have to all the time. You have to leave with the space. All the time you have to leave with the space.
It's not gonna be possible to leave the space every time.
Yeah.
It's just not physically possible.
And they were too hard.
Why did they? Yeah,
Okay,
they were too hard.
Few people got black flags because of turn limits at turn 10. That's acceptable. Like even Kimi was like, why are you telling me now that I've gotten a black flag? Why are you telling me now? Now that I've gotten a black flag.
That was
pure Kimi moment. And then
Yeah, that was classic. Kimi shouting is the best thing that you can hear from a F1 car radio.
seriously, I live for Kimi moments.
If it continues like this, then there will be so many more penalties at Silverstone in the next couple of weeks. Because we have S's at Silverstone.
Yeah.
And they are made so that you can drive parallelly and ultimately we can see who gives up first. Yeah.
Silverstone is gonna be nice.
Every driver's career is based upon the fact that how much, like the thin line they drive on between damaging their car and overtaking someone. So that's
Right.
the whole point of racing. Where like he could have easily avoided it, but well, okay, shit like this happens in racing, no big deal. But he shouldn't have ruined Seb's birthday like that. How can you do a man like that, man? You did a man dirty on his birthday. And that's it.
Let's हम दोनों भी freeze हो जाते हैं.
One very interesting thing that I noticed. Danny Boy was trying to play dirty multiple times. He tried this shitty tactic where he would go off the curb and try to throw dirt into the person in behind.
I saw that 2-3 times.
And he tried even at the end. Like उसके पीछे में अपना लेक्लर्क के मुंह पे वो 2-3 बार फेंकने का कोशिश किया. That was kind of very shitty to do, but thunder from down under. They played dirty down there, bro.
He had to do it.
Yeah, even his engineer gave him that call, na?
It must have been really damaging to his front tire, which led to Sainz overtaking him eventually. Like I think his dirty tactic backfired on him. Which is
No, I think Sainz had much fresher tires.
Yeah.
Because
he had fresher tires, but if Ricardo didn't have done that, वो cutting वाला चीज, if he didn't use his tactic multiple times, he could have been in a better position to defend himself when Sainz was trying to overtake him.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah.
Probably.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe button is somewhere here, niche. Red button. Do it. Come on. We need more subscribers. 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 1 million, 2 million, 7 million. Come on.